So I think we all kind of knew this was probably coming, and I mean, considering a lot of the, I would say, developers have given a lot of hints to us that a potential Venom game could be in the works, a spin-off to their, of course, Spider-Man games. It has now been, I think, furthermore revealed that yes, this is, in fact, happening, as Tony Todd, the voice actor, actually went out and said that only he believes 10% of his lines were used in the Marvel's Spider-Man game. Now, it is being said here that Venom DLC is speculated after actor admits only 10% of his dialogue is in Spider-Man 2. The actor who played Venom in Insomniac's Marvel Spider-Man 2 has said that developer Insomniac used just 10% of his character's dialogue in the game, sparking further speculation about a Venom spin-off or DLC. Now, obviously, right, this is actually really interesting because we're going to get into the law side. Now, I'm not a lawyer or anything. The only time I ever see the law or anything come up is that one black dude on TikTok who always asks you, he's like, is this man breaking the law? And it's like, you're supposed to fucking tell me, you dickhead, you're the lawyer. Anyway, we're getting off topic here. The reason I want to get into some law stuff here is because people are saying, hold on, this could mean DLC, this could mean a spin-off game, right? Well, yes and no. This is probably, to me, less obvious than the hints that the creators previously given us, but obviously still obvious at the same time of like, yeah, I mean, you've got to be something hinting towards it. But in saying that, the reason why I want to get into the law side of things here is, let's just say they were to make a DLC or were to make a spin-off game. This guy has just been paid to do this for Marvel Spider-Man 2. Unless there was somewhere in the contract where they got him to do a bunch of lines and said this could possibly be used for DLC later, or this could possibly be used for a spin-off game, a sequel, a mini game on Pornhub.com, I don't know. But if not, that sounds like, you know, a little bit of an issue where this guy could be like, hey man, what the fuck? This was supposed to only be for Marvel Spider-Man. You're using other stuff I recorded for DLCs, spin-off games. When was this in the agreement type bullshit? But also, you know, it's Insomniac. They're the GOATs, and they've 99.9% figured this out already. But with how he's seeming unexpected, like he's saying that he doesn't think 90% of his lines have been used, and he's like a bit shocked by this, it seems, by some of these reports, then you're wondering, was he told about DLC? Was he told about a spin-off game? I'm not sure. In my opinion, obviously if they're going to get him to do a game, they're going to continue to have him hired, and they're going to get him to record a bunch of lines and stuff like that for the game, which will be coming out in probably 18 years at this point. For DLC, maybe it's a little bit different. Maybe they just got him to film record a bunch of lines while they were doing Marvel Spider-Man 2, and they did it at the same time because the DLC is attached to the project, right? DLC it takes them like 3 to 6 months to make DLC. It's a much smaller process. The only reason it wouldn't is if you're Bethesda Game Studios, who apparently take 18 years to make a shitty Fallout 76 DLC, so shout out them. But again, where I'm getting at here is, I don't feel like, if he's saying that only 10% of his lines were used, can the other 90% be used for a sequel? Because I would assume they would have, or a spin-off, sorry, I would assume they would have gotten him at a different time to maybe do that stuff. It just makes more sense to me that this would be for a DLC. But in saying that, does a DLC really make sense to have Venom in it? Because I think with how busy they are on Wolverine, it's already been said, I believe, that 90% of the team or something has been moved to Wolverine. That means you've got 10% probably still working on the DLC. The DLC has probably been majority done already, since the game's already been out. They probably finished half of it before the game even came out. The thing that I'm thinking of here is, though, I'm assuming the DLC would have Carnage in it, right? You'd think so. I would have thought it would have had Carnage in it. But there's also Silk, who could be DLC. There's Carmelian, who could be DLC. There's obviously those 3 characters. Silk, I would assume, would be half of the DLC, where she would be like a new protagonist, where we learn the backstory and the lore. While I would assume... man, who the fuck's calling my phone? Brody, you're cock-blocking my video, brother. Come on now. The other thing I was going to say before Brody rudely cock-blocked my video is the more likely option. Could a Sandman or a Mysterio be DLC? More Sandman. Mysterio had a very nice resolution in Marvel Spider-Man 2. Sandman did as well, but I just really wanted to see more from Sandman. I really wanted to see his character be fleshed out more. Maybe he could be on the hunt again. Maybe he might have to do some things that he doesn't want to do. This and that could be really cool, and they could maybe work that into the story. I just feel like there are a lot more guys that I would have thought we would have seen as DLC rather than Venom. Again, will Carnage be DLC, or will he be left for Marvel Spider-Man 3? I'm not exactly too sure. But the reality is, when we all do think about this is, can we potentially see Venom as DLC? It's really going to be interesting to see. I still think it would be better suited as a spin-off game. Even though he's supposed to technically be dead, but I don't really know how they're going to go about all of that. I'd very much like to hear all of your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you guys think we should see Venom in DLC or a spin-off game? I'd very much like to know. Don't forget to subscribe to my sports channel and my IRL/Venom channels, which will be getting linked in the description down below. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.